Hello students. So today we are going to discuss few more problems on division algorithm, GCD and one new topic, the triangular number. Okay, so let us start our today's class. So first question is, prove that if D divides n, okay, if D divides n, then 2 to the power d minus 1 divides 2 to the power n minus 1. This is our first question. If d divides n, then 2 to the power d minus 1 divides 2 to the power n minus 1. So first of all, the proof begins like this, that we know this formula. We are already familiar with this formula. We have discussed it many times before. A to the power n minus 1 is equal to a minus 1 into a to the power n minus 1 plus a to the power n minus 2 plus dot 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 plus a plus 1. Fine. Now if you divide a to the power n minus 1 by a minus 1, you will get this definitely. If you divide a to the power n minus 1 by a minus 1, you are going to get this as your quotient. Okay, and the remainder will be definitely 0. Now, how many terms are there? This is the question. How many terms are there in this expression? How many terms are there? There are total n terms, because it starts with a to the power n minus 1, it starts with a to the power n minus 1 and ends with a to the power 0. Okay, it starts with a to the power n minus 1 and ends with a to the power 0, that is 1. And so from n minus 1 to 0, there are how many terms? There are n terms. So there are n terms in this expression. Okay, so putting a equal to 2, what we get? 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, so I have not written it, into 2 to the power n minus 1 plus 2 to the power n minus 2 plus dot 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 plus 2 plus 1. Fine, we have put it a equal to 2 in the above expression. Now there are n terms clearly, as I told above, that there are total n terms, because it starts with 2 to the power n minus 1 and ends with 2 to the power 0. So there are n terms. Now if we put d in place of n, what we are getting? 2 to the power d minus 1 equal to 2 to the power d minus 1 plus 2 to the power d minus 2 plus dot 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 plus 2 plus 1, and there are total d terms, because it starts with d minus 1 and ends with 2 to the power 0, that is 0. From d minus 1, d minus 2 up to 0, we are getting d terms. Now, since d divides n, it is given in the question. It is given in the question that d divides n, and therefore there exists x belongs to integer, that z means set of integers, such that n equal to dx. Because d divides n, so n can be written as a multiple of d. So we have written n equal to dx, where x belongs to set of integers. Now what is 2 to the power n minus 1? It is 2 to the power dx minus 1. We have, in place of n, we have written dx minus 1. Now we can write like this: a to the power m whole to the power n. We know the exponent formula. A to the power m whole to the power n is a to the power m into n. So here it is a to the power m into n, 2 to the power dx. I have written it 2 to the power d whole to the power x. A to the power mn can be written as a to the power m whole to the power n. That is the basic formula. We have learnt it in class 5, 6 or 7. So very easy. Now 2 to the power n minus 1, I am writing it again. 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to what? See, 2 to the power n minus 1 is equal to now 2 to the power d whole to the power x minus 1. 2 to the power n minus 1 is nothing but 2 to the power d whole to the power x minus 1. In place of a, you think about 2 to the power d, and in place of n, you think about x. Compare this to expression 2 to the power d whole to the power x minus 1 and a to the power n minus 1. If you compare this to expression, what we are getting? In place of a, we are writing 2 to the power d, and in place of x, in place of n, we are writing x. So what the expression we are getting is 2 to the power n minus 1 equal to 2 to the power d minus 1 into 2 to the power d whole to the power x minus 1, that is 2 to the power d into x minus 1. Again we are using the formula a to the power m whole to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n. Again 2 to the power d whole to the power x minus 2, so it is 2 to the power d into x minus 2, like this up to a plus 1. So in place of a, here it is 2 to the power d, so 2 to the power d plus 1. So what we are getting, 2 to the power n minus 1 is a multiple of 2 to the power d minus 1. So we can write that 2 to the power d minus 1 divides 2 to the power n minus 1, and hence the proof. Okay, so we are done with the proof. Now the next question based on this proof. Now our next question will follow this proof. What the question was, if d divides n, then 2 to the power d minus 1 divides 2 to the power n minus 1. So let's see the application of this question. The question is, verify that 2 to the power 35 minus 1 is divisible by 31 and 127. See, it is not that much easy to evaluate 2 to the power 35 minus 1, and again we are to divide it by 31. There will be an error. I'm not sure, but there might be a chance of error. Okay, to divide such a big number by 31, to divide such a big number by 127, there might be an error, and it is also difficult to calculate such big numbers 2 to the power 35. Okay, so how this formula helps us? Let's see. So see, 31 is equal to what? 31 is equal to 32 minus 1. We can write. And what is 32? 32 is 2 to the power 5 minus 1. Fine. And we are to divide 2 to the power 35 minus 1 by 2 to the power 5 minus 1. Fine. So here a to the power n minus 1. Here a is 2, n is 35. And 2 to the power d. I think. No, 2 to the power d minus 1. Not a to the power. 2 to the power d minus 1. So here what we are getting, 2 to the power 35 minus 1. So here n is 35 and 2 to the power d minus 1. Here d is 5. Compare this expression with the previous proof and this expression with the previous proof. What we see, in 2 to the power 35 minus 1, here n is 35 and 2 to the power 5 minus 1, here d is 5. We know if d divides n, then 2 to the power d minus 1 divides 2 to the power n minus 1. So here what we see, here 5 divides 35, because here d is 5, n is 35. Here 5 divides 35, so 2 to the power 5 minus 1 divides 2 to the power 35 minus 1, and therefore we conclude that 31 divides 2 to the power 35 minus 1 very easily. Again, 127 can be written as 128 minus 1, and 128 is 2 to the power 7. So 127 is 2 to the power 7 minus 1. Also 7 divides 35. So 2 to the power 7 minus 1 divides 2 to the power 35 minus 1. This is the application of our previous proof. So what we are getting, 127 divides 2 to the power 35 minus 1. Okay. So we are getting the result very quick. Now I want to discuss something in short. Why I am discussing this? Because we need these things in our next question. Okay, this is not our topic. Sum to n terms of special series, this is not our main topic. This is not our core topic. Okay, I am discussing this, and basically I am discussing the formulas only, because we need this to discuss our next problem. And of course we will discuss this in brief in next class, maybe after 2 or 3 class, or maybe after lockdown, when we are able to continue our class in the classroom. We will definitely discuss this, but we will definitely discuss this later on. But for the time being, I am just writing the formula so that we can solve our next problem easily. So many of you are familiar with this formula. I think many of you, maybe almost all of you, are familiar with this formula. So if you are already familiar with this formula, then it is very good, just a revision. And if you are not, then please see the formula carefully, and you may search in different textbook of class 11 science, okay, advanced mathematics book of class 9 and 10. You will get the proof very clearly. Especially I will recommend the NCERT book of class 11. You will get this proof very nicely done. You may also refer to advanced mathematics of class 9 and 10. You will get there in the chapter sequencing series. You will get this sum. Okay, so sum to n terms of special series, summation of n, it means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. The sum is n into n plus 1 by 2. It will directly follow from the sum of AP series. Okay, this is an AP. This is an arithmetic progression. AP series. You will get this sum directly using the formula of AP series. Next is summation of n square. It means 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus dot 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 up to n square. And the formula is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay. Next is summation of n cube. And it means 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus dot 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 up to n cube. And it is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Fine. Up to n it is n into n plus 1 by 2. And up to n cube it is n into n plus 1 by 2. Same. Just make it square. Now, using these three formulas, I am going to discuss the sum. Okay. So, let's see it. Find the sum to n terms of the series 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus dot dot dot. We want to find the sum of this series up to n term. Again, I am saying I am discussing this problem also to discuss the next topic. Okay. So, we have to find the sum to n terms of the series 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 up to n terms. Fine. What will be the n term? N term will be n into n plus 1. It is clear. First term is 1 into 1 plus 1. Second term is 2 into 2 plus 1. Third term is 3 into 3 plus 1. So, what will be the nth term? It will be n into n plus 1. So, the solution begins with this. Here, an equal to what? An equal to n into n plus 1. An equal to n into n plus 1. So, simplify it. You will getting n square plus n. Then, make summation both sides. We are summing a1 plus a2 plus a3. We are continuing adding it. This is our an. So, a1 will be 1 square plus 1. A2 will be 2 square plus 2. A3 will be 3 square plus 3. So, we are going to add them. So, I just used this summation symbol. This summation of n means what? This summation of n's means here a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus dot dot dot. Okay, the summation of n's means a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus dot 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 plus up to an. Okay, this 1 2 3 are in subscript. नीचे होगा a1 a2 a3 up to n. These are in subscript. Okay. So summation of n, we are summing both sides. Summation of n is equal to summation of n square plus summation of n. Okay. So summation of n means Sn. We are denoting it by Sn. We are denoting this sum by Sn. This a1 plus a2 plus this. Fine. This is equal to nothing but this is equal to Sn. Okay. This is nothing but equal to Sn. So summation of n, we are denoting it by Sn. So Sn equal to summation of n square. The formula that I have written in the top. N into n plus 1 into n plus 1 by 6, and summation of n is n into n plus 1 by 2. Taking the LCM, we are arriving at this result. The Sn equal to n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 by 3. Okay. This is just a simple calculation. You take the LCM and then take common, simplify it, you will get this. So what we are getting at the last is that 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus dot 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 plus n into n plus 1 is equal to n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 by 3. So this is our sum. This is the result that we are getting. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus 4 into 5 up to n into n plus 1 is equal to n into n plus 1 n plus 2 by 3. We need this result in our next question. So please see it carefully. Now let's move toward the next topic, which is called triangular number. Okay, triangular number. See, let's see what it means. Any of the series of numbers, read the definition carefully. Any of the series of numbers 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, etc. obtained by continued summation of the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. These are called triangular numbers. Now, it means this first triangular number T1. T1 is the first natural number 1. Okay. Next triangular number is 3. It is obtained by adding 1 and 2. 1 plus 2, 3. Third triangular number is 6. It is obtained by adding 3 natural numbers. 3 consecutive natural numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3. So it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 gives us 6. Fourth natural number 10. It is obtained by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 4. Fifth triangular number 15. It is obtained by adding the 5 natural numbers consecutive 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Understood what I am saying? First triangular number T1, it is 1, the first natural number. Second triangular number 3, it is the sum of 1 plus 2. Next, third triangular number is 6. It is obtained by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3. Fourth triangular number is obtained by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Fifth triangular number 15. It is obtained by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. So T1 is obtained by taking the first natural number 1. T2, that is the second triangular number, is 1 plus 2. T3, third triangular number, is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Fourth triangular number T4 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Fifth triangular number T5 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Understood? And now the formula for getting the sum, suppose I want to get the 100th triangular number, this is T100. It will be a sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus up to 100. And we can easily obtain the sum by using the formula n into n plus 1 by 2, that is 100 into 100 plus 1 by 2, you will get 50-50. You will get 5050. Understood what I am saying? If I need to find the 100th triangular number, then what I have to do? I have to get the sum up to 100. That is, I need to find the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus up to 100. To get the 100th triangular number, we have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus up to 100. And the sum can be easily evaluated with the formula n into n plus 1 by 2. That is 100 into 100 plus 1 by 2, and then the answer you will be getting is 5050. Okay. So these are triangular numbers. All these are triangular number. First triangular number, second triangular number, like this. Now the question is, let Tn denote the nth triangular number. Fine. Let Tn denote the nth triangular number. For what values of n does Tn divide the sum T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus up to Tn? Fine. For what value of n, not value actually, for what values of n? For what values of n, Tn divide the sum T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus up to Tn. Of course, n equal to 1 will be an answer because T1 is 1 and 1 divides everything. Yes or not? Of course, yes. They are asking for what values of n, Tn divide the sum T1 plus T2 plus up to Tn. If I put n equal to 1, then T1, the first number is 1 and 1 divide everything. So n equal to 1 will be an obvious answer. Now there are more sum n. Let's see that what are the values of such n such that Tn will divide the sum T1 plus T2 plus up to Tn. Now what is T1? T1 is 1 and it is, we are adding up to one term. So it is n into n plus 1 by 2. So it is 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2. Fine. Next T2. T2 is 1 plus 2. Okay, so it is n into n plus 1 by 2, so we are adding 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2. Next T3, T3 will be 3 into 3 plus 1 by 2. Then T4 will be 4 into 4 plus 1 by 2. Fine, such that Tn is n into n plus 1 by 2. Understood what I am saying? T1 is the sum of first natural number, it is 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 1. Then second triangular number is adding, you have to add 1 and 2. So it is 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2. We are using that formula n into n plus 1 by 2. So I am writing it like this. So 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2, that you are getting 3. And third triangular number T3, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3, it is 3 into 3 plus 1 by 2, like this. And a triangular number is n into n plus 1 by 2. Now what is this sum? If you take half common, from this expression, what you will get? You will get half of 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus up to plus up to n into n plus 1. And in our last example, we have evaluated the sum. It is n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 by 3. And here 1 half is coming. So in the denominator, we are getting 6. Understood? If we take half common, we are getting the previous sum. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 up to n into n plus 1. We are getting n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 by 3. And here half is coming. So on the denominator, you are getting 6. Okay. So this is the sum. That is why I have discussed the previous example. To get this one, I have discussed the previous example just to get this one. Now, they are asking Tn divides T1 plus T2 plus up to Tn for what values of n. So let's see, if we divide T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn by Tn, then what is the answer we are getting? So we are dividing it. T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn gives the sum n into n plus 1 n plus 2 by 6. So I have written in the numerator n into n plus 1 n plus 2 by 6. And what is Tn? Tn is the inner triangular number, it is n into n plus 1 by 2. So after dividing, I am getting this n plus 2 by 3. So when we can say that Tn divides the sum T1 plus T2 plus up to Tn, if the answer is an integer, yes or no? 6 is divisible by 2, that is 2 divides 6. Why? Because the answer is an integer, 3. Yes or no? 3 divides 27. Why? Because the answer is an integer, there is 9. So if you are saying that Tn divides the sum T1 plus T2 up to Tn, then after dividing, the answer that we are getting must be an integer. So n plus 2 by 3 must be an integer. So for what values of n, this n plus 2 by 3 will be an integer. Let's see. So therefore Tn divides T1 plus T2 up to Tn when n plus 2 by 3 is an integer. Okay. Or what are the values of n? N plus 2 by 3 is integer. For what values of n? If we put n equal to 1, 3 by 3 integer. If we put n equal to 4, 6 by 3 integer. If we put n equal to 7, 7 plus 2, 9 by 3 integers. For n equal to these values, we are getting Tn divides the sum T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn. So this is the answer. Okay. So now the next question. If A divides BC, show that A divides GCD of AB into GCD of AC. Given that A divides BC, we have to show that A divides GCD of AB into GCD of CD. Since A divides BC, therefore BC equal to A into N for some integer N. Yes or not? Very common, very obvious actually. Since A divides BC, so BC equal to A into N for some integer N. Now we are just taking let GCD of AB equal to D1 and GCD of AC equal to D2. We are just assuming it. So let D1 equal to GCD of AB. So D1 equal to AX plus BY for some integer X and Y, and D2 equal to GCD of AC. Okay, so D2 equal to AU plus C into B for some integer U and B, that we have discussed in our GCD section, that GCD of A and B can be written as A into some integer plus B into some integer. So we are writing GCD of AB equal to AX plus BY for some integer X and Y, and GCD of AC equal to AU plus CB for some integer U and B. Now what do we need to show? We need to show that A divides D1 into D2. So let us find the value of D1 into D2. So I am multiplying D1 into D2 as D1 into D2 equal to, put the value of D1 AX plus BY and put the value of D2 AU plus BB. Simplify it, and after simplifying, in one line you will get B into C. In one line you will get B into C, and in place of BC you write AN. In place of BC you write AN, and after that take A common. So what we are getting, D1 into D2 equal to A into something. So A divides D1 into D2. Okay, so this is our proof. Fine. Now I want to give you a homework. Okay, I want to give you a homework. So the homework is I will post it in the group. Okay, I will post it in the group. So you have to do a homework based on this topic, and especially this homework is from triangular number. So okay, so this is the end of today's lecture, and based on today's lecture I am going to give you a homework in the PDF. Okay, I have not written it in our video lecture. So in the PDF I will give you that homework, and you have to submit that homework in the group within the coming Sunday, not tomorrow. After that, that is the date is on, now this is April month, so before 3rd May. Okay, before 3rd May you have to submit it in the WhatsApp group. The homework will be based on the topic triangular number. I will give you that homework in the PDF in our WhatsApp group, and from that WhatsApp group you download that PDF and solve that problem, only one problem, and you have to submit it by 3rd May, on or before 3rd May. Okay, so all the best and prepare all these problems. Thank you.